I never looked at it from that aspect. I was always brainwashed, USA #1 and shit. I never understood it, and it's like until I got older. When I went there, it's like I realized like the difference between our country and other countries. You know, how long it took me to find homogenized pasteurized milk. Just like the simple stuff that, the freedoms, I guess, or whatever, most people, that's why we're spoiled, I guess, in a way. But it's like a lot of people, and these kids pushing communism, they don't know what the fuck communism is. I never heard anything good about it. I don't know any country that's ever survived communism or pulled a good aspect of it, or even any of the spectrum of socialism. No good. You don't want any of that, And fascism, sure as shit don't want that. It's like any of those different than what we have in our country. In my lifetime of 43 years, I've never known like the true constitution and how it's supposed to be, And until everything has changed, you would never know it, And they don't want that because it's all about money when it goes back down. It's like there's laws in the books as far as money. The Coinage Act of 1791 or yeah, I think Coinage Act 1791. It literally says that all the money is supposed to be silver, and people hate on him. It's like I always voted for the underdog of people because it's like a lot of time people talking the truth they get shit on. And it's like that was pretty good with like Ron Paul. Ron Paul, he talked the truth about what was going on with the banks, and he gets shit on. And it's like he pointed out what was going on. And he wasn't talking out his elbow. He literally had facts because he was on the banking commission. So he knew when the gold standard ended that it was destroying our dollar. And now it's all because we didn't have the money. So what was it? We were a third world country in a Gucci belt. I love that. That was like one of the best ones I ever heard. Yeah. But it's like same thing. When I was overseas, people saying like, why do we go war for oil? Why do we do this? Man, I'm just a skateboarder. I don't know. But I'll have a beer with you and I'll try to talk with you so I can hear you out over it. But I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm just a dude, I don't agree with a lot of this shit. I don't agree with going to war. I don't think war. Hey, Putin and Biden got problems and they want to fight out over a pipeline or this or that or whatever, crossing borders when we don't care about our borders. They want to have problems with it. Let them duke it out. Don't let our kids and kids' duke it out over the next 10, 20 years. We don't need that stuff.
Putin will break Biden.
Oh, Putin would destroy Biden. Same as like Putin against Trump. Fuck, Putin would beat the shit out of Trump too. I don't agree with everything Trump said neither. But it's like I know that he had more love for our country than Biden. It's like I don't think Biden has the best interests of our country. And I think a lot of the politicians don't have the best interests of their country. Either political side. I honestly think they're the same. It's like someone said the other day, they took a piece of paper and they drew the whole, right and left, and then they made a circle. And where were they? Right next to each other, fighting over who's daddy. It's a no-win. Honestly, we're going to do anything. We don't need a revolution because revolution is just a big circle. We need to just have a big douching of Washington. Just clear everybody out and bring your common. There was a commercial right after 9/11 of these, like Nextel, I think it was. That was like, it had these firemen in Congress, like, doing it over Nextel, like, yeah, let's do this, yep, all good. And then it was that quickly done. They're like, yeah, that's freaking easy, come on. That's what we need. We need just average people in there, not like Pelosi's getting $350 million off of insider trading too. I mean, that's illegal but they're exempt. They're same as like the whole, the pokey. They're exempt from doing the pokey. They don't have to do it. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Why is it everybody else has to do it, but they don't have to? It's double standards or, call it what you want. Call it what you want. It's like same as like all when the foreclosures were going on all his houses here in town, it's like my cul-de-sac, every other house on that cul-de-sac was foreclosed on, you know? And then when I got to talk to the main dude, I was like, man, this is fraud what you guys are doing. He said, yeah, call it what you want, you know? Yeah, it was literally, when I got documents from one person saying one thing and then another one saying a different thing, that's fraud. So if I do it, I'll go to jail. Then do it the big banks. It's totally illegal. They got legalization to do it. Defines the country as a border. If it's racist for us to have a border wall, then is it racist for other countries to have border walls? Was it racist for the Great Wall of China, or you know, some of the Middle Eastern countries having border walls? You know, it literally defines a country. You know, you can't just cross into Canada. Yeah, you can, but it's not the point. But that's what defines a country, is its borders. There's certain specific ways of getting into a country. Back in days, it was you go to Ellis Island, and I think in the West Coast, I think it was like Treasure Island or something like that. I'm not certain on the West Coast, but there was a procedure of it, and they would get basically quarantined for a short bit, make sure that they weren't sick and whatnot. But the people that were trying to immigrate into the country, they were very willing to learn the language and learn the culture of the country. And it's like, that was the cool thing about like America. It's like growing up in New York, people, the self-segregation is a different thing. Like you have in Little Italy and Chinatown, people want to be around their own people, you know? But it was like, everybody was kind of cool, but then it was like, that's what made America special. Everybody wanted to be American, you know? And it's like now people are shitting on America and fucking pushing communism. And it's like a lot of these people that immigrated to this country, they were leaving communist countries. They didn't want to be anywhere near that. And now it's coming here. And they see it. They see it from miles away. They see exactly what's going on, and they don't like it. They don't like it one bit, because they know what comes with that. And that means all sorts of stuff that they didn't want to immigrate to this country to. Now, people coming here illegally is different, because it's not what you see in the news and what the facts are from people on the ground, or people getting interviewed that are coming across. Like our news and foreign news are different. There's people coming across with debit cards from the United Nations. That's not conspiracy theory. Look at like RT and all these news places that are like deemed propaganda. But then again, you see what news is being propagated here, and it's what is propaganda, you know? I mean, I honestly think that I more, if I'm going to pay attention to anything going on, I would pay attention to foreign news than what's going on here. If they say the sky is, you know, blue, I better go outside and check. That's just my opinion. I don't trust really much of anything I hear on the news or radio here, because I see it's lies, you know.